with late game execution.
No, ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What up, everyone? Franchise Sports back again with another video. So, news broke out. Very sad news broke out. Some of you guys might have known. Some of you guys might not know known by now. But on the eve, the reason why I'm mad at this on the eve before the Bucks played the Pacers, a game which the Bucks found a different way to lose. Former Milwaukee Bucks legend, and Milwaukee, of course, and billionaire businessman Junior Bridgeman passed away on March 11th, yesterday, after suffering a heart attack at a luncheon event at the Gelt House Hotel in Louisville, Kentucky. Moving on. This is, after reading this the first time, it just tells you never know. But Junior Bridgeman, a 12-year-old NBA veteran and billionaire businessman, has died at the age of 71. According to WLKY, Bridgeman had a medical emergency at the 45th annual leadership luncheon at the Scouting at the Gout House Hotel in Louisville, Kentucky. Reporter Kent Taylor was interviewing Bridgeman as part of the program to benefit the Lincoln Heritage Council Scouting America. Bridgeman expressed that he thought he was having a heart attack in front of hundreds of the luncheon attendees, Taylor said. Emergency service were reportedly called immediately, and people immediately jumped into action to help. Bridgeman was eventually transported from the luncheon by ambulance and later passed away. Louisville is where Bridgeman became a basketball legend before his business acumen made him a leader and philanthropist in the city. Now, I'm going to go through Bridgeman's career in basketball. Like I said, he was born in Louisville, Kentucky on September 17th, 1953, born the same day. Technically, he was not born in Louisville. He was born in East Chicago, Indiana on September 17, 1953. Went to high school at Washington in East Chicago, Indiana, before he went to Louisville from 1972 to 1975. There, he became a second-team All-American, third-team All-American UPI in 1975, two-time NBC Player of the Year in 74 and 75. That was when Louisville was part of the Missouri Valley College. I don't even know what Missouri is even on anymore. I don't know what conference they're. These guys switch conferences so much. I thought they was in the Big East. Maybe they're not anymore. But anyways, Bridgeman led the Louisville Cardinals to 1974 NCAA Division I basketball tournament as a junior. As a senior, he led the Cardinals to a Final Four in the 1975 NCAA Division I basketball tournament when they eventually lost to the champions UCLA 75-74 in the national semifinal. In his Colgate career, did I say Colgate? Collegian. Why did I say Colgate? I need to go sleep. But in his collegiate career at Louisville, Bridgeman averaged 15.5 points against 7 rebounds, 2 assists in 87 games. And then he took his talents to the draft. He was drafted in the first round, 8th overall selection in 1975 draft by the Los Angeles Lakers. On June 17, 1975, almost 3 weeks after the draft, the Lakers traded Bridgeman, David Myers, Elmore Smith, and Brian Winters to begin a new era of Laker basketball. And what I mean by that, Kareem was sent to L.A. The Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was sent to L.A. along with Walt Wesley. As a rookie in Milwaukee, 75-76 under coach Larry Costello, Bridgeman averaged 8.6, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Eventually, after the 76-77 season, Louis Costello was fired after a 3-15 start, and assistant coach Don Nelson, who had been a player for the 1976 NBA champion Boston Celtics, who beat the Phoenix Suns the year before, was hired as coach. Believe it or not, my dad knows Don Nelson's daughter because I think he married her daughter. His daughter married one of his best friends growing up. So technically, I kind of know Don Nelson. Well, he knows Don Nelson more. Some more connections with this whole thing coming up. But anyways, Bridgeman improved, averaging 14.4 points per game, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. He scored a career high 41 points in 129-125 loss against the Boston Celtics. Don Nelson and Junior Bridgeman together for the next 8 seasons. Bridgeman was used by Nelson as a complement to teammates Bob Dandridge, Marcus Johnson, Sidney Moncrief, Bob Lanier, Quinn Buckner, Myers Winters, and Mickey Johnson during his Milwaukee tenure. As the Bucks had a powerful team that just couldn't get past Philly and Boston. But they would win the division titles in 80, 81, 82, 83, 84. And also Milwaukee shifted over to the Eastern Conference. Bridgeman did score a career high 32 points and recorded 6 assists in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals to the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, he did play most of the season in Milwaukee. He did spend 2 years in Los Angeles playing with the Clippers. Because on September 29, 1984, he was traded by the Bucks with Harvey Ketchens, Marquise Johnson, and cash to the Clippers for Terry Cummings, Craig Hodges, and Ricky Pierce. And then he found himself back in Milwaukee for the 86-87 season. Before he retired in 87, he played 711 games for the Bucks at the time, the most in franchise history. That has now been surpassed by Giannis 2 years ago. For his entirety of his career, he scored 11,517 points, averaging 13.6 points a game, almost 3,000 rebounds at 3.5, and 2,066 assists, 2.4. Played a small forward shooting guard position as well. And his position with the Bucks was mostly 6-man. Now, the 6-man award didn't exist in the 1982-83 season, but most people believe that he would have won it multiple times. In 74-84 with the Bucks primarily. Bridgeman also served as president of the National Basketball Players Association from 85 to 88. He resigned after the 1988 CBA and the controversy of Junior Bridgeman antitrust lawsuit in which NBA players sued the NBA for violation of antitrust laws. The players argued that by compensating to ensue from matching offers for free agents, abuse of salary cap, total players share gross revenues decreased from 61% to 54% from the 1983-84 season. Now, as a businessman, which he was probably a little bit more successful in, he did spend most of his off seasons of his playing career learning how to learn the business model of Wendy's, fast food restaurants. And after he retired, he invested in the franchise and eventually owned 100 various Wendy's and Chili's restaurants before selling in 2016. I think he owned like 450 restaurants or something like that, food operations under his company name Bridgeman Foods Incorporated. I think that was it. In 2016, Forbes ranked Bridgeman as the 4th wealthiest retired athlete in the world, only behind Michael Jordan, David Beckham, and Arnold Palmer, with an estimated income of $32 million. Bridgeman became a bottler for the Coca-Cola Company in 2008. He signed a letter of intent to buy the bottling operations in Canada. In December 2020, Bridgeman, via Bridgeman Sports and Media, bought Ebony and Jet for $14 million after the magazines had declared bankruptcy earlier that year. And I think he also did some Mana Capital investment firms. He partnered with Ball Corporation to construct and operate integrated secondary aluminum mill in New Mexico and some other stuff. He also, last year on September, the Bucks announced Bridgeman had purchased 10% interest in the team, with the deal valuing the franchise at $4 billion. According to Bucks co-owner Jimmy Haslam, Bridgeman purchased the interest of several minority owners at an undisclosed discount from the stated value. Now, Junior Bridgeman was still somewhat close with the city of Milwaukee and close with the team. I think he was there during the NBA Finals run that they had. I think he was quoted by saying this. He said he recalled his Bucks team's repeated Eastern Conference Finals losses. He said, "You know, we all wore the same jersey at some point in time. You feel a relationship there, and you know, so much admiration for the guys that are able to get to the finals. You know that was our dream of ours, and unfortunately, we ran into Philly and Boston at the time, but they've been able to do it, and just wishing them all the luck in the world." Now, I actually knew the family. I knew his extended family. I knew his brother, and I knew his nephew. I don't think I met him, but definitely knew the family because we all went to the same church. I went to I think middle school with the nephew. Play AAU basketball with his nephew, and I think I played Y basketball with his nephew. So I know him very well. I haven't talked to him in a couple of years, of course, because most of them are still in Milwaukee. The last time I checked, and I'm all out here in Arizona now. But they was very good people, and this coming out of nowhere like this, it's very sad. My thoughts and prayers are to the Bridgeman family. He's survived with his wife and three children as well. Um, eh, man, just a absolute tragic way to go as well. Like I said, thoughts and prayers to his family. Um, I forgot to name a couple of his other honors he got. Like I said, number two jersey was retired by the Bucks in '88. He's also was inducted to the Wisconsin Athletic Hall of Fame, which is outside of U.S. Cellular Arena, where the UW in Milwaukee plays at. He was also inducted to the University of Louisville College of Arts and Sciences of Hall of Fame in 2007. He was also inducted to the Missouri Valley Conference Hall of Fame in '09. A portion of Grace Street in East Chicago, Indiana was named in his honor in 2009. In 2014, he was inducted into the Kentucky Entrepreneur Hall of Fame. In 2019, Bridgman received the Gold Cup Award from the Greater Louisville in honor of his business contributions and community involvement. So, yeah, he was very involved in the community of not just Louisville, but East Chicago and also Milwaukee. Like I said, he had his family operating some of the Wendy's out there. He used to get free stuff too whenever you visit. But like I said before, very sad day for the Bridgman family. Thoughts and prayers go out to him, and rest in peace to Odysseus Junior Bridgman. Odysseus is his real name.